Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I do love a bit of Anthony Ainley. I do, I just realized, you know what they could do to really tell, I think, to add the icing on the cake in the Big Finish Stranded set. Stranded is the Paul McGann Avengers. Went to a bit of a strange place. He's stranded in the 20th century. And apparently he's in EastEnders, right? That's essentially what it is. Everybody around him is gay, like gay or Asian or gay or Asian or gay and Asian or black or gay. There's a lot of gayness going on. I can tell you. I mean, listen, there's just a lot of gayness going on. It's weird. So that's a series. That's a series where he, one of his companions, Liv Schenker, played by what's her name from Spooks. Who cares? She looks like she swallowed a wasp. She's not. Doesn't look very happy. Not a bad actress, but now she's apparently she's a lesbian. Oh no, she's bisexual and gender fluid because she met a young lady who has a penis who lives in the apartments that the flats that the doctor owns. Yeah, this is really the story. I'm not like shitting around here. And they end up together, right? They end up together, I guess, having heterosexual sex. I guess. I don't know. I mean, if you have sex and you use a vagina and a female penis, I'm not sure what the word is. I think female penis is the right word. Right. Is that heterosexual sex? I don't know the correct terminology. This is a strange new world for an old codger like myself. I hope you're all well signed. Anyway, the only thing that would really set that off, right? They brought in John Colshaw and had him play the Anthony Ainley master, who has thrown off evil and is spending a 50 years or so embracing his gay side, right? Because he's so gay, right? I could just imagine him as like this gay lover, right? And he's a retired master. And then somebody vaguely crosses his lover, right? Or his cat or something. And you hear a devilish grin and he's like, and you think, so what master do you think he's gonna do? That would be about what Big Finish would do nowadays. That would be a perfect Ainley performance. To tell you, although I know there's a new release out today. There's 2 new releases out today. Today is a day. Wow, I just realized this. Today is a day. The first time I'm not buying a Big Finish release that I would normally buy one. Right? I'm not having something on pre-order that I would normally have on pre-order. And it's After the Daleks. So I've listened to the first episode. I've seen the trailer. And I'm kind of bored. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It's a political allegory about how politicians are bad and naughty liars and icky woo. Basically based on their idea that they were sure that Jeremy Corbyn was about to get trounced in the election. They thought he was about to get mildly beaten. They had no idea how trounced it was going to be. But you see, it's once again, Big Finish, their writers, when it's a range they feel they've already sold you, right? But it's a range they feel they're safe with. The writers will feel perfectly okay just to go, I'm going to talk about how I feel about Thatcher or whatever it is. It's like Rick from The Young Ones. Suddenly writing everything. It's like, and they all think they're being so stunning and brave. No, listen, arseholes, understand this. When Robert Holmes did it, he was a towering talent and intellect, and he was in his 50s, right? He'd lived some life. You, arseholes, know nothing about nothing. He'd been a cop. Like, you get to know the dark side of people when you're a cop. God's sake. You guys have done nothing in your lives. I mean, like I'm saying, and even ones like that have written good things, don't get me wrong. But like, he's older than you were. He like don't have that arrogance where you're like, oh, okay. No, just start by learning how to tell a story, okay? Yeah, Mister, we love stories. Yeah, really? Really? Well, how about just telling something? How about telling a new one every now and again, not the same old one that, oh, I'm left wing. I don't know how I got into this rant, but I did. It's like, it just annoys the crap at me. Oh, I'm left wing. Yeah, good for you, mate. I mean, like, I know, but they're also like, that's the moral thing to be. And you're like, well, only if you don't question it in any way, shape, or form, which in itself sounds reasonably immoral. And they're like, you're a bigot. Ew, too out. And like, no. None of the things you're saying make sense anymore. Okay? You guys are weird. And that's what fandom's like now. What's fandom like in the 2020s? Not good, man. It used to be really nice, right? Fandom used to be just people like us. We would hang out together and we would disagree. Like, look, I'm watching Paradise Towers and we're going to do a review of it tomorrow. Man, that's hard going. I got that one more episode to go. Well, it's not as awful as I first remember it. I can see the good within it. And there is, look, Sylvester McCoy, freaking excellent. Sylvester McCoy is nailing it in Paradise Towers. Like, it's like he really knows what he wants to do with the role. And the script isn't really up to it. Now, the script isn't bad either, okay? Here's the problem with Paradise Towers. It's a Doctor Who story as if it was realized by the crew that normally makes Play School. Right? Do you remember Play? Or whatever it is, CBBS or whatever it's called nowadays, right? I don't know. If they the people who normally make stuff for the under fives, right? And that's why, because everything's very obvious and very on the nose, and like it's like they. But all the actors are having so much fun, right? They're just having it's very camp. They're having tons of fun, but it's just man, it's really like it's acted a lot of the way, and the music and the production design, the cleaners. Oh my god, the cleaners! I mean, yeah, I honestly, they're worse than the Merca. They are. The cleaners are worse than the Merca. They're atrocious. They're not frightening in any way or believable. People keep having to throw themselves into that weird claw thing. And then when they get upset, they have a draw. They go zzz. I mean, they're such shit, okay? The cleaners in Paradise Towers are such unbelievable shit. Oh, God. However, you do see what they're trying to do. And then they're just, man, they lack experience is what they have. And you see when they got experience, what they started knocking out, right? You got Remembrance of the Daleks was just like, whoa! Yeah, Andrew Cartmel knows what he's doing now, right? Because Andrew Cartmel's kind of the producer, I think. Right? I mean, John Nathan Turner made it happen, right? John Nathan Turner was like, yeah, but he wasn't like, I don't think he was giving so much show notes that he was just like, you guys just take care of it. I'll just make it happen, right? Beforehand, he was putting his heart, he was like, Colin Baker was really an expression of him. His bigness, his costume, right? It was based, Colin Baker was basically a self-insert, right? And much in the same way, Adric was a masturbatory fantasy insert. That when John Nathan Turner masturbated, he thought about the Adric fantasy. Okay, especially in the early ones, the precocious young boy, right? I mean, I don't know. I would say somewhat underage, but not rapey. If you get my meaning, right? That's basically where I think they were, like somewhat underage, but not rapey. Like, I think everybody was very happily into that situation, right? That's basically. But I think that's what he was into. But I think Conor Baker was definitely a self-insert. But after that whole thing, he just broke him, right? It just really broke him. There's a great book called The Life and Scandalous Times. Really recommend it. It's really good. It's really good because you got all these people's remembrance of it, and it's like, I think it was who was it? Sophie Aldred said, yeah, this paints a picture of exactly who John Nathan Turner is and was, and is, warts and all. And listen, I respect him. Did I like him? I don't know. I mean, I felt bad for him. Like, he got shafted. Poor bastard. Oh, the BBC shafted him so hard. You know why? Over Doctor Who as well. Because he loved Doctor Who. Because he was loyal. That's one of his really good traits. He was super loyal, right? He would always try and help everybody out. And he would, if anybody did him a favor, he would not forget, right? He really would not forget. And I think he had real genuine affection for you as well. If you loved him, he would love you back. That is John Nathan Turner, as what I get. But also, there was lots of like underage boys, underage gay boys running around being very associated with the Doctor Who production. I mean, that was going down. Like, what's the name? His like long-term, his husband. What's his name? He was the choreographer. He was a dancer. He was kind of like, he had a terrible reputation of being like this really spiteful guy. I can't remember. Thank God they're both. Well, not thank God they're. If they weren't both there, we couldn't talk about it, right? Because it was. I mean, but everything's come out now. It's all just everything's come out. I think of that book mainly. But he also had like these wild, sensual parties, sensuous parties in Brighton. But anyway, that's what's it on? And why are we talking about John Nathan? How do we get onto him? Anyway, I digress. Why was I talking about John Nathan Turner? I can't be that important. Let me get to chat. Never have good with it. Ewick, hey, I found it clear. Oh God, this whole treasure. I didn't even know about it. Who gives a shit? Oh God, who gives a shit about this? I mean, genuinely, like the treasure hunt. Like, really? I mean, you've got to be super psycho to take your marketing and hide it. Like, again, if we go talk about Jonathan Turner, because he knew how to market a show, and boy, did he get shafted. I'll say the reason he got shafted because when he put out he was only put out the press release that they're only resting the show for 18 months. Like, they didn't tell him that. He just did it. Right? That's how he saved the show. He said he just did it. And he just said, well, I just assumed that was the case. Yeah, that's what they were reporting on the news. I was like, but he was, they hated him after that. So it's the same kind of like shitty, awful people that the BBC were that we're seeing in play in the real world. I think Uncle Joe's been set up. Okay, this all seems like a very. This all seems like how I think the intelligence security agencies, operate. Right, either they create a crisis and then manipulate the public perception of it. Let me give an example. Was it Hillary Clinton paid off this guy? Was it David Steele to write this bullshit dossier about Trump? Right, that's one with all the piss tape and all that stuff. Right, no basis in reality, none whatsoever. Right, and that's why they decided they couldn't use it. But then, as they paid all that money, had it made, they had. James Comey then went and the head of the FBI went and briefed Trump that such a dossier existed. Totally unnecessary to have that briefing, right? But briefed him. So therefore the contents of that meeting could be leaked, right? Saying the existence of the piss tape dossier exists, right? Which was leaked to the media, right? So they created the situation in every way, right? So that's why I think it's gone down. I've noted over the last few weeks with an increasing suspicion, the public perception of Biden has been put out, specifically by the White House, by the American government, which is he's on his own a lot, right? The pictures of him are in the war room on his own. One of those pictures, he doxed a spy or something. I was like, it's that, yeah. So so he's either isolated, and he's completely isolated right now. Like he's not. Harris isn't standing by him at all. And I think this is all premeditated, right? I think everything was premeditated. I think the other imagery is him looking befuddled, him wandering into the bushes, right? I think that was all set up. I think it's being set up. And again, I think that's how they do it. I think they create the situation and then they report it somehow, and then they leak the report, right? So I think in this situation, they knew they were leaving, and they knew this is something they could blame on Trump, even though, man, here, let me pull this stuff up. This is crazy. Where is this? Right. This is why I believe it would have worked under the Trumpster, right? In May. Where is it? There we go. Doink. So this is from last year. Says we're acting as a police force, not a fighting force. That we are in Afghanistan. After 19 years, it's time for them to police their own country, bring our soldiers back home, but closely watch what is going on, and strike with a thunder like never before, if necessary. That was the point, right? That's the point. They're not scared of Biden. They were scared of Trump, right? And that's why the withdrawal would have worked under Trump, I believe. Again, I think, and if they moved, he would have drone struck them into oblivion, right? Yeah, like I totally believe like that. I mean, this is the worst defeat America has seen since 75. So that's what, 40 years, 45 years. I mean, and it really is. And it's been manufactured to look that way. It's been manufactured to look like the fall of Saigon. The people falling off the planes yesterday was just good news for the people who planned this, right? And I think it's their way of moving Uncle Joe off the board. This is my theory. And I think it's being set up to that. We'll know if I'm right or wrong, depending how the news cycle goes, right? Is this going to mushroom cloud a lot bigger? If it follows the other cycles, then yeah, absolutely it's going to mushroom cloud a lot bigger. And I do think it's indicative, in fact, instructive, that the media is reporting negatively on this towards Sleepy Joe, right? I think it really is indicative because they've had plenty of opportunity. I mean, like, they've had crisis beyond crisis beyond crisis. There's an economic crisis. There's a labor crisis. I mean, like, there's a fuel crisis. There's the southern border crisis, which, they have a leaked tape of them saying, we can't contain this. It's like World War Z. It's like a zombie horde. They can't. They've had plenty of opportunity, and it's radio silence. By the way, I'm sure many of you have noticed. This is the week that Jen Psaki decided to take off. Completely coincidentally, right? Completely coincidentally. Don't blame her. I think this might be the week that she resigns and moves on to the Harris White House, right? I think the Harris White House is a coming, right? I think Harris White House is a coming. Who's going to be VP? AOC? Can AOC be VP? If she can, she will. I'm telling you now. If AOC can be VP, AOC will be VP. You've heard it here first, folks. I mean, like, don't you believe that? See, here's the thing. There used to be something called a check and a balance, right? Things called check and balance. It used to be that if you do things this insanely badly, you would then face a massive hit at the ballot box. They're not worried about that anymore, and for good reason, right? They're not worried about losing elections because they're never going to lose a fucking election ever again, are they? Because the last one was so incredibly kosher. Right? Yeah, the last one was really, really kosher. No one had any questions about that. That went down well. So they're not worried about... So why is Uncle Joe being thrown on the bus now? Because it's time to go, mate. The time has come to say sayonara. Check this out. This is crazy. This is his teleprompter from his speech, right? Biden was literally told by the teleprompter to immediately after his speech, leave now. So listen, if Uncle Joe is being super set up, this is not like Trump, right? Like Trump could probably Trump has taken on the intelligence services and roundly beaten them over and over again until mysteriously there are many election questions which then were mysteriously never asked or answered, right? So so I guess if nobody's investigated anything, there's no investigation, right? Okay. Meanwhile, they're blowing up, right? It's blowing up. So listen, I'm fascinated for two levels. I'm talking on this from a this world level right now. I look at everything from more of a God level. Dude, I've been saying, this is the end of the world. For 5,000 years, we've slowly been told. Nostradamus and Buddha and Jesus and me, we said it was coming. Now just wait and see. But it's really the beginning of the world, right? I think it's the beginning of the world. What would a Messianic era mean? What would a Messianic era feel like? Okay, so imagine the jubilation you felt when Jodie Whittaker left, right? Jodie Whittaker Chibnall left, and we all felt that jubilation. We all felt that joy, right? Even though nobody knew what was coming, we all felt because it was a redemption, right? This is what in Judaism we call it geula, right? That's what a redemption feels like, and that's really what it is. So I think it would be like. Have you ever seen the movie Signs, which I think is M. Night Shyamalan's last good movie? Also with Mel Gibson, so it's a bit questionable for me now. But still, damn good movie. So basically, it's about an alien invasion for a guy's view of it while he's stuck out on a farm, him and his family. And he's had like a lot of bad things happen in his life, right? And then right in the last moment, right, everything that happens suddenly lines up and like makes a perfect sense and brings one person to that point right there, right then, that will change the world, right? Well, for them anyway. And it like, imagine if all the shit that went down in your life, right? Imagine if every bit of shit that went down in your life that you're bitter about, that's hurt you, that still wounds you to this day, right? And we've all got them. We all carry them. Imagine if you could suddenly look at them and have them make sense, right? And have them say, that's why I had to be this person. That I needed that happen to make me that person, right? And I need to be this person so I can get this much more extreme, ultimate happiness, right? That's the basic idea of a Messianic age. And I do think that's where we're headed over the next year or so, right? I do think that I think that likes. I told you, I said I started to notice it from about a month ago after this day called Tisha B'Av, which is the day of mourning, where we're mourning the beginning of this period of reality. All right, so I told you there's like redemptive thing. I think Jodie Whittaker, a Christian we're leaving. is part of that redemptive energy. Like this burst of energy goes out throughout reality, and it catches. I mean, you catch a wave, right? Like I had friends who had a personal redemption. You know, it's I can't go into details. They're very happy grandparents right now. I've had people have arrived from America moving to Israel. We call it making aliyah, which is making it's moving, means you're moving up. That's actually called a gula. So there's that going down. Like I got something coming. I think September 1st, which I'm looking forward to. Where my life gets back to normal ish for the first time in a couple of years, right? Unlike the people in Afghanistan. Now check this out for irony, right? This you'll notice this gentleman over here. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. You notice this gentleman over here is armed with a rifle, and he's pointing it at a group of mainly women and children, some old people. But they're wearing masks. That's pretty good of them. I have to tell you. I do appreciate their social distancing. So nothing like safety first. I'll wear a mask while this a religious fanatic points a gun at me, but I'm wearing my best green. Okay, so we got that going on, and they're putting them up against a UN poster wall of all the great things the UN is in development, sustainable development. And of course, it's gender equality. Yeah, women and children up against the wall. Idiots. See, this is reality meeting the elite, right? The elites would just assumed everything they do is right because they're assholes, and that's basically what went down. I think with Joe as well. If this wasn't a setup, right, then the other reality is they just arrogantly assumed everything they did would work out okay, right? And they were too stupid to fix it. I mean, like, do you have any idea how much army equipment the Taliban now owns? They have an air force now. Here, let me play this video clip. This is freaking crazy. Yeah, 1 second. Got the little whizzy wheel. It's thinking about it. There we go. So I have to go to my, I'll go to the desktop. Yeah, I keep it on my desktop. Then I have a folder called Live at 5 shit. Let's start with this one. Okay, this is just a little bit your tax dollars have gone to buy this for the Taliban today. Because nobody had the nonce to bloody destroy this or get rid of it. Yeah, no one had the nonce to freaking get rid of any of this, right? They said, "Oh yeah, no, we're just gonna keep." Like they're all worried in America about gun safety. Oh no, gun laws. We've got to make sure nobody gets guns. We just left a freaking arsenal. Oh, for anybody bad? Did anybody bad get it? No, nobody. Get the fucking Taliban. Okay, listen, wait, stop there for a second. If that's a pile of your guns and there's a guy with sandals standing over it, that's bad news. That means you fucked up, right? If a pile of your guns is in the desert and a man with sandals is standing over it, underneath a flag, which I think has two swords crossed on it, you might have fucked up, right? That might have happened. Oh yeah, here's some more stuff we just got. Hey, it's been good news for us. You want a helmet? Oh, we got a few of these over here. Careful. It's funny. We don't actually give these out to our regular troops back. They only gave them to answer. Oh, look. Anybody want a gun? I've got plenty over here. They're all in good working nick. Oh, yeah. No problem. Yeah, look. That guy's wearing a fucking dress and sandals. And you're in the set. That's bad news, mate. Yeah, well, I'm glad they got it lined up neatly. Oh, look, they're the people that can put against the wall and shoot them. By the way, the mayor of Canada is, I believe, a woman, the first female mayor. Well, she's been raped and murdered by now, hasn't she? I mean, like, I get the feeling they're going to really enjoy showing off how much they spank the Americans, which is what's going on here. Yeah, look. Wait. If this guy is showing your shit off, you fucked up. Anybody dressing like this is showing your shit off. You have fucked up, mate. I bet he doesn't even have a moustache. I think he only has a beard. No, he has a moustache. But like, come on. That's the... Oh, yeah. Look, okay. This is not good news. Okay? Look, I don't want to be racially stereotype anyone, but like, we're not allowed to put that in TV shows anymore because it upsets people because like this happens. I don't get like, no, don't put this in a TV show. Good Lord. No, let's have the Irish Catholics be the terrorists this week. Oh, really? That's believable, isn't it? I'm just going to try this on now. This is, I'll go change my little hat. Let me see if I can find any guns to play with. Me. So, also working the, was it a charm offensive? is CNN. CNN is actually doing propaganda now for the Taliban. Check this out, right? This is crazy.
They're just chanting death to America, but they seem friendly.
All right, it's not playing. Go back.
They're just chanting death to America, but they seem friendly at the same time. It's utterly bizarre.
Yeah. The reason they're happy is because they're showing, look, Western women now. Every Western woman dresses modestly and wears a hijab. This is how great we have beaten the great Satan, right? This is propaganda. This is them celebrating their victory. No wonder they're all smiling, Captain Schmucko. But like, Biden is being handed his ass. Man, this is brutal, right? Even I think it's brutal, right? This is...
Conversation, Matt Zeller, former first lieutenant during the war in Afghanistan.
By the way, that was John Brennan. In the dictionary, under the word cunt, is John Brennan. He is the biggest cunt in the entire world. And believe me, I've met a few. Check this out. This is MSNBC. This did not go how they wanted it to go. Oh, no, I got to head back to
combat advisor with Afghan security forces, co-founder of No One Left Behind, a veterans organization that offers services to former Afghan and Iraqi interpreters who resettle here in the United States.
Basically, he's saying you are the most kosher man in the entire world, right? You are the last word authority on all this. You're going to say that Biden did okay, right? I did say, Biden is, I just don't know how he's going to survive not being protected by the media, which is like where he is right now.
Zeller, it's almost ironic now to state the name of the organization you founded, given what we're watching go on, though I'm curious to hear your reaction of this consequential speech by the American president. Didn't run from it. He owned it. He owned his decision. He owned the fact that, as he put it, the buck stops with him.
I hope he gets to own their deaths, too. I feel like I watched a different speech than the rest of you guys. I was appalled. There was such a profound, bold-faced lie in that speech. The idea that we planned for every contingency.
Yeah. That's what didn't happen. You know, it's as if they planned for this to happen, which is why I think they probably did, right? It's either this is a nefarious plot or it's breathtaking incompetence. Both are completely believable. But anyway, let me just take aside why I think this is good news, right? So I said there's this redemptive energy going throughout the universe, and things. And when it hits different benchmarks, it's actually echoing backwards through time, right? So when the closer we get to the epicenter, the more profound the effects are. So we had the beginning of this month, the month of Elul, which is the run-up to the Jewish New Year, which is actually kind of like connected to the New Year in a weird Kabbalistic way. The closer you get to, when you get to the 25th, you're basically there, right? So, but the first day of that, we had Como go down. So why is that significant? Because from a Orthodox Jewish religious Kabbalistic perspective, a Messianic age is in fact the death of the Satan. Is the death of the id, the drive for self-destructiveness, right? It's the Satan. I think the Satan. Look, I don't really believe there's a guy with a pointy thing and the red horns and everything. I think it's more of a primeval force that's with it. It's that, you know what Satan is? It's that voice in your head that tells you to do something, that the voice that you would never in a million years give another person, right? Yeah, no, have that other chocolate. It's going to be good. Yeah, no, you would never in a million years give that advice to anybody else. That's Satan, right? Again, and this is a Jewish perspective of it. So, so it's basically so the idea is the past 7 months or so is that Satan has been given Satan had to be paid, right? The devil's due. The Satan had to be given his allotted thing because people have not been good. So Satan had to be given a certain amount of power, and they've had unlimited power to a certain extent over the last 7 months. And I think that it's been accelerated because God wants it over. And again, we have different worldviews. It's cool, baby. I'm just explaining mine, right? But God wants it over. God wants the Messianic age. I think, moreover, I think God wants as many of us to experience that Messianic age together, right? So that Cuomo going down is a big deal on the beginning of this month because it's indicative that the Satan, the Satan as we call it, doesn't have enough energy to protect him, right? And we're seeing that protection being taken away from Biden as well, right? Which means that, where I think we are in the sands of time. If you ever seen The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, it was the scene where he had to get the bottle of wine back to the Sultan. Otherwise, he's going to get his head cut off. And just as he could be back there, the head cut off, the guy comes in with the wine from thousands of miles away, hundreds of miles away. And then you see the last grain go down. So I think that's where we are in the sands of time. We're like, yeah, we're nearly in. And I think this is an important part of it, right? Interestingly enough, though, I don't think. I think if there is a Messiah, right, a Messianic figure, which I believe there is. I think he's born. I think he's alive. I don't think he knows who he is, right? I don't think he knows who he is because it's kind of like, what was it? What's that? The Human Nature, Family of Blood, right? When the doctor's essence is caught in the in the watch, right? And he got what they call the aubergines. I can't remember what they were called. They were like Mother Mine, going around looking for the doctor, like sniffing him, right? They had Harry Lloyd, freaking awesome in it, right? And as soon as the watch is open, they're like, whoa, they know he's there. Like he's up, whoa. And so it's the same sort of thing. I think if there is a Messiah, I think he's just a regular bloke. And I don't think he knows who he is. Right? I don't think he knows who he is. They say in the Shemitah year is the year that the Messiah is released from his prison, right? So maybe it's a prison of ignorance. I don't know. But I'm just saying, from a God perspective, that's what's going on. We're heading there. Then now, from a real world perspective, Biden's being handed his ass. You're seeing the supernatural protection that Biden has had for the last 7 months being withdrawn, which means the power of evil is lessening in the world, which means I think it's nearly over. Anyway, what means shit's going to go down, baby. But let's hear Biden being handed his ass. Then I will get to the chat.
I have been personally trying to tell this administration since it took office. I've been trying to tell our government for years that this was coming. We sent them plan after plan on how to evacuate these people. Nobody listened to us. They didn't plan for the evacuation of our Afghan wartime allies. They're trying to conduct it now at the 11th hour. The thing that they were most concerned about was the optics of a chaotic evacuation. Well, they got exactly what they were most concerned
Yeah, I mean, these are the worst optics you can possibly imagine. More like the fall of Saigon. I can't think. I mean, this is like, it's as if they planned it, right? As if it's been planned. I think skullduggery is afoot. That's what I think. But we're going to be talking about Doctor Who soon, right? So, I think that's like much more interesting. So anyway, I'll say the saying: if the Messiah knows who he is, then it would attract the Satan to come after him and kill him, probably kill him, right? So therefore, his ignorance probably protects him. that would be my guess. But again, this is real. It's good. It's good fiction, right? I wish I could write this a few years ago as like an end of day thriller.
Of by failing to do what was right when we could have done it. We had all the people and equipment in place to be able to save these people months ago, and we did nothing. I'm appalled that he thinks we only need to take 2,000 people. There's 86,000 people who are currently left behind in Afghanistan alone. We've identified all of them for the government. I have no idea why.
86,000 people? Bloody hell. That's a lot of people. I mean, that's a lot of people to import. And again, it would have worked under Trump because the Donald is a little bit more intimidating than Biden, isn't he?
He claims that people don't want to leave Afghanistan. I have a list of 14,000 names right now of people who want to get out of Afghanistan. And the idea that the Afghan military...
I mean, wait. What about the people who hung onto the plane as it was taking off and then fell to their death? They seem pretty what's the word? They seem pretty committed to the idea of leaving Afghanistan, right? They seem pretty on board with the idea. It wasn't like they weren't going, nah, I'm going to stick this Taliban thing out. They were like, yeah, I will hang onto the plane and maybe not die, right? But probably die is better than being caught by the Taliban.
Should be blamed for this. Do you know how many casualties the Afghan military took in an average year? More than the United States did in 20. When you're not getting paid on a regular basis, when you're not getting fuel, when no one is supplying you with ammunition, and yet you're still showing up to the fight, how dare us for having to blame these people for not having the audacity to be able to survive a Taliban onslaught? No. What we need to be doing right now, and what I am appalled that the president didn't say, was we need to be talking about how we're going to get every single one of these people out. Because let's be abundantly clear. People like me looked these people in the eye and made them a promise. We promised them that in their time of need, we would take care of them. How do you ever expect anyone to ever trust us again if we don't do that now while we can?
Well, that's the problem now. China's taking the piss, like insanely. But they've also said to Taiwan, you're screwed, mate. We can land and Biden's not going to think. And they're right. They are absolutely correct.
And I'm sick and tired of trying to defer to the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan on what we're going to do. We're the United States of America. They're terrified of us. I have Afghans on the ground right now who are telling me they're going door to door in Kabul and they're making lists of people who used to work with us. They're telling them with smiles on their face, evil smiles, that they're going to be back from them once we leave. So we either take them now or these people are going to die. I've been trying to tell anyone who will listen. This is a...
Dude, they're going to die. They're going to die, and they're going to make sure the pictures get on the internet to show their victory over America. Question is, how long is the media going to go after Biden? If they're going to keep going after him, I think he's got a week. I don't know if he can make it the week. But I'm telling you this: if it's President Harris, VP, AOC, baby. Can AOC be VP? One second. I think we gotta look this up. Can AOC be VP? Question mark. Is she too young, maybe? Is there evidence for president or vice president? Okay, let's have a look. Fox News. Is AOC eligible to be president or vice president in 2020-2024? Representative Alexander Ocasio has been floated as possible president or vice president candidate but is the vice president too young for those top positions? Section 1 of Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution establishes the eligibility requirements for presidency. No person except a natural-born citizen or citizen of the United States at the time of adoption of the Constitution shall be eligible to be president. Okay, she's up. She's good there. Neither shall any person be eligible to the office who shall not be aged 35. Got to be 35 and been 14 years of resident in the United States. So how old is she? I don't know. Ocasio-Cortez was born on October 13th, 1989, meaning she would not be 35 years old by the inaugural date 2021. Therefore, she is a natural-born citizen. So wait. So how old is she? When was her birthday? AOC will be ineligible for further votes during the time of the next administration. However, Cortez will be eligible to serve as president or vice president of the 2024 campaign, narrowly making the age cutoff as she will turn 35 by inaugural day. Okay, fine. Bloody hell. God, trying to get blood out of the stone. Okay, so she can't be VP, but that'll be funny. I wonder who she'll pick. I have no idea. I really have no idea. I just thought AOC would be hilarious. Let's hit him a bit more biting me handed his ass.
Ever again moment in the making. This is an administration that seems to be a profound champion and defender of human rights. Well, sometimes human rights have to be defended at the barrel end of a gun. The Taliban are a modern version of the Nazis. And if this was Dresden, do you think British, if this was Dunkirk, do you think British, yachting pilots, the British captains that were sailing their boats heroically into Dunkirk, do you think they were asking on the beaches if the people they were picking up were Brits or French, or do you think they were just trying to get people away from the Nazis? Every Afghan we leave behind is going to be left behind to a horrible existence. And if we don't take them now...
listen, mate, they're going to be raped and murdered, okay? That's just going to happen. You know, it's like, they were holding on to the sides of planes for reasons. Yeah, but you should look at the funny side. We'll look at the funny side. It's, we've got this cartoon over here. There we go, doink. If it's any consolation, we don't honor our commitments to our own veterans either. That is true. Afghan interpreters, they are fucked. Oh man, they are fucked. Right? Look at that. The U.S. president. I can't see how this wouldn't bring down a government. It would have put if they were worried about elections. He would be resigning by now. Or something. Yeah, but they're not because they don't have to be. Trouble is, I don't think he's willing to go. Anyway, let's have a look at the Doctor Who magazine because they've got interesting stuff coming up. I'm going to do a review of this on probably I'll drop it Friday. Black Powder. Oh man, a news story by Joy Wilkinson. That's probably going to be agony. So I came to a realization yesterday. By the way, it's. I'm trying to do too much, right? I'm really into this Substack thing. So I wanted to set that up. I also wanted to start putting up the YouTube shorts and Instagram, so I can now put them on Instagram and TikTok at the same time, right? So I branch out a little bit more. TikTok, pure freaking evil. Pure evil, right? But I did a test one, a review of the Ninth Doctor adventures in 60 seconds. Right, they're good. They're like you can do. So I'll do like headlines that connect to the main video with that, so you can get a taste of what's to come, baby. But I got that going on. I really want to start Substack because I got a lot of stuff out there. Putting it. There's a book I've written. There's a book I want to write. There's tons of comics. I was like, I'm really up for that. I'm really up for that. Anyway, so Doctor Who magazine, robots in man. I guess my web of fear arrived. I haven't received the extras yet, but boy, their methodology for the reconstruction not good. Doesn't work. It's basically what it is. It's mocap. It's motion capture. And they put like a like an animated like avatar over the person, right? And it's not good. It doesn't work, right? I mean, you can see the story, but like, I might rather just watch the telly snaps. I know I haven't tried watching it yet. I gotta watch it in context, right? Gotta finish Paradise Tales next. Oh man, I keep going Happiness Patrol. Why can't it be Happiness Patrol? By the way, on the Spacebook show I was watching just before this, somebody said that season 17 is rumored to be the next one on Blu-ray. That's exciting, but I'm surprised. I would have thought it'd be a was it another Pertwee now or a Peter Davison? Season 20 would be awesome. Anyway, so what else we got in this? Robots in Disguise, Inside Web of Fear. I guess that's the thing. But having Joey Wilkinson, that's going to be awful. And like look at the illustration. Let me just zoom in. So that Billy, you're okay. I mean, that illustration is freaking terrible, right? Pop culture, how to own a piece of the series. Oh God, whatever. Buy it. Show and tell exhibitions in the 80s. That's kind of, let's rip off those fans again without mentioning it. One second. Gone but not forgotten. Keeping the missing episodes alive. I wonder what that is. But then, Chris Chibnall, why I'm leaving? Because you're shit, mate. What's this? Plus, Marco, it's got all these things in it. Marco, all these lost stories. I don't know. Fine. So let's get into some of the stories, right? Let me do the chat first. Fine. Let me. I'll leave you with that. Actually, you know what? Let me change the imagery. Let me change the imagery because I love you people. I love you people, and you deserve more. This is why I just want to do. I wish I had another 10 hours in the day. There we go. Let's go with who should we have? Oh, I think we're in Doctor Who. There you go. There we go. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. You're right, JNT. Fine. Let's go through the chat. So we got. I'll go start again. Nimble Navigator. How you doing? We got to do the story. We might start. There's a new story going on as well. PD Rich, how you doing? On Comics, how are you? Darren M, how are you, sir? Darren McManus. It's going to jump in a second. Good evening. I hope you're well. Mercs Eddie, I can't believe it hasn't jumped yet. Mercs Eddie, how you doing? I got to keep an eye on the time where I am. That's gender fluid, aka sex with a non-bio man or woman. Okay, that was a long time ago, man. It's like nearly an hour ago. I feel it's gone. It's gone. Gareth Morgan, how are you? Did you miss anything? You were a minute late. What could it have been? Right? What could it have been? Certainly not me getting that. The Time Prophet is here. Now did it jump there? The Time Prophet knows. I did jump. There you go. Can I go all the way back? No, I missed about 10 minutes worth. Never mind. The Time Prophet knows the future because you are the prophet, sir. Paradise Tales. I know. I'm working on it. Agony. Problem being, how you doing? Everybody go and watch. I should probably. Can you put the link in the chat? The Michael Sheen hashtag Sheen for 14, which I'm pretty sure I put in this. Sheen for 14 is the hashtag you want to use. If only just to drive the BBC crazy, right? Even if only a business their heads. Listen. If it's the look at this way. If it is the apocalypse, as I'm pretty sure it is, if it is the apocalypse, then, you're going to want to tweak the nose of the Satan, of the evil. And who is more in the side of the Satan than clearly the BBC? So you want to hashtag Sheen for 14. But you also want to go over to, I can't remember the name of his channel. He'll tell me. And check out the titles he made for a Michael Sheen Doctor Who, which are very cool. I love it goes off the 80s riff, just give it a bit of funk. So there's Retro Dickie is here. Who else is here? Let's go on. Okay, is it going to jump again? Maybe. Who knows? Or dares to dream? We got fine. I'm whizzing through it now. I'm only 45 minutes. I'm 40 minutes behind now. That's not bad. Vietnam 2.0. Yes, it was. I mean, But I think it was designed to look like that. I do. I don't trust anything. Man. By the way, James Comey, I remember him tweeting out him with wearing the Biden-Harris stuff, waving the flag, like had everything on the day of elections, smiling away. He knew the fix was in. Not because there was any fix. He knew the fix was in. Tzvi Lebetkin, have you ever been beaten like? Have we ever been beaten like this? Well, I think it's been done deliberately. Let me tell you, I think it's been done deliberately. And so, it's that it's not being covered up means they must want to get rid of Biden. Which, for me, it's this is the end, baby. Who have we got here? Darren, I said hello to you. I'm scrolling. Kronos Godwisen. Oh, how are you? Harris AOC on par with Chibs Jody, except with the real world impact. It is, isn't it? Don't worry, she's too young. Amazingly, she's too young. I wonder who it will be. Like, I really wonder. Maybe it'll be Hillary, just to make her crazy. I don't know. It's an interesting question. Maybe it'll be what's her name? The woman from Atlanta who lost and never admitted she lost, whatever her name is. I go, DB Strawberry, how you doing? DB, was it you? I believe it was you. That you were coming on at some point. I think it was you. I don't remember. It's very hard. Listen, I'm bad at remembering people's names to start with, but I'm equally bad when I got to remember like the secret names of people as well, so I could never be a superhero. I'm like, you're Mr. What? Mr. Can I call you Bruce? No, I don't know. Like, yeah, so I wouldn't be good at that. Chuck Schumer. Oh, interesting. Chuck Schumer, vice president. I tell you, that's like Yaz being in Doctor Who. People just promoted above their station. Queen Charlotte, how you doing? Queen Charlotte, I think, is post-tea. So I hope you're satiated and you have eaten well. Unless this is a little bit pre-tea. Dog's barking. This is a very sweaty evening for me. My wife is away. My wife is sleeping in Jerusalem tonight because... Oh, by the way, Petey Rip said AOC is like Brian's girlfriend, Julian. Yes, she is. Yes, she is, right? I mean, she's kind of hot, but so not worth it, right? So, like, oh, God, you're so stupid. Yeah. So my wife's away, so we very rarely are we separated. I mean, it's not... Yeah, it's just there's an oddity for me. Garth, I felt no jubilation when Chibnall and the coffin Whitaker announced their departure. Things were ruined. It is over. Well, I think people who felt some kind of connection to Doctor Who. Some feel it could be like that ember could be there's a reignition possible. I think the elation was the overwhelming feeling in fandom, right? But you know, I can understand people, people not being there. If you're less special needs than AOC, please click my link and make silly noises at the rabbi. I don't know what that means, but please make silly noises at me. That's always nice. TARDIS time is here. TARDIS time is a good time. My butter's been wiped out. Oh, fine. I'll throw it. There we go. I think we need that video. I have that on file. It's one of my ones I have on file. There we go. Here we go.
What must be what?
Immigration. A pathway for citizenship.
There needs to be a pathway for citizenship. Whether it can be an immigration remains to be seen.
Like, sometimes he's really, like, together. Right? I don't know. Then he's like, my butt's been wiped. I don't know. Weird guy. Weird guy. $50? I don't know what $50 is. Well, it's $50 for what? I don't know. It's 50 for something. I don't know. 50. From the beginning, it was planned that Biden would step down and Harris would take office. I'm surprised that they waited this long. I'm surprised they're doing it this way, right? He must not want to go, right? He must be like, I'm president, I'm staying. He's like, okay, sir. Hey, yeah, this is the CIA you're messing with. Oh, probably, yeah. Well, probably it's Facebook. That's far more frightening. You could tell he was angry just by his face. It shouldn't be a surprise. Well, yeah, man, that guy. It was, yeah, the guy. He really. The devil does not have to do any evil. He never did. All he has to do is stand back and let humanity down. So, well, we have a different. I'm using devil in the terms that I don't really think there is a devil, right? I think that it's more. I mean, he's called an angel, but he's more of a malevolent. He's more of a part of your psyche. I was going to say malevolent force, more of a part of the. It's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Trump lives in his head rent free. I bet he does. Oh my god. Oh my god. By the way, there's a guy who comments on my videos. I can't remember his name. Oh, what's his name? Breeze. He says this guy. He's very he's very trolly. He says stupid stuff, and he can't back it up, and he can't argue, right? And he's just what he really needs is attention to give him validity. So I just started ignoring him. I don't want to ban him from the channel because then he'll feel like he's got a victory. He's not worth talking to, so I don't bother. You can if you want, do what you want, but I wouldn't bother. As long as I just have Rex about it, I have no doubt about it. There we go. Maybe it's you. Here's the thing: it could be any of us. Isn't that freaky? You could be the Messiah, okay? Or and a very naughty boy, right? That's why it can't be me, right? Because they will be. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Man, oh god, there's so many puns I would do, like. If I wanted to get my wife into bed, I'll be like, "Come on, you want to help the coming of the Messiah?" This is why it won't be me. Yeah, it's a very bad idea to give the power to the stupid. Anyway, there we go. Boba Fett animation looks crap. Oh god, it's so bad. It's embarrassing. Jonathan Cox is just jumped in. Jonathan Cox is here. Evening, Governor. Look, I'm 15 minutes behind. I'm only 15 minutes behind. I'm doing great. Jodie couldn't even make the cover when they were talking about her leaving. I know. Yeah, unbelievable. Look, Jodie is. I don't know. Like she's gonna go incognito. Right, she's going to go undercover until she has another job, because otherwise she's she might have just destroyed her career. I watched episode 3 animation. Bloody hell, what happened to Nick Courtney's mannerisms are totally not the brig, and that's just for starters. Oh, check out my Michael Scene site. Yes, probably check out the titles. Freaking awesome, and do share it. Sharing is important, and use the hashtag and share it. That'd be good. Stephen Showrunner, what would I do as showrunner? Okay, what would I do as showrunner as Doctor Who? It depends. It depends on what they want to do, what their budget was. If they just wanted to make the show, I would totally go for what's his name, Harry, whatever from Picard. By the way, did you see the Star Trek convention? They ranked the Star Treks with the Discovery being the lowest and Picard being the second lowest. Like, people hate it, and for good reason. And people hate it if you like it. So I would just go back to I will go to a good-looking bloke, okay? That guy. The guy who played Narek from Picard as a doctor. If I had a lot of money to play with, I would do several series. I would do Doctor Who Legends. That'll be an animated show, one for each of the different Doctors. Big Finish basically writing it and doing the audio for it. That'd be awesome. I would love, and decent animation as well, right? I'd love to see that show. But I thought, okay, for the anniversary year, I bet I would do several short seasons. I would like to do, let me think. I would do 2 4-part seasons with Capaldi, right? And then a 4-part season with McGann. And then so I'll do Capaldi, McGann, Capaldi, because I'd like to get people back to the idea of the Doctor Who being different people and go back to what Doctor Who is and just classic good Doctor Who. And then what I would like to do a special with Matt Smith and Tennant. I mean, not together, separately, or like whatever, 2 or 3 episodes and Exxon. Basically, if they're up for it, right? But what I would do is I would have each one of the Doctors end their story on the same intersection, on the same moment, which is they're coming together to save the Doctor, who's had a regenerational crisis, and we just sidestep Jodie as a parallel dimension Doctor, and we go forward and have new Doctory adventures. So that'll be a 12-part season. I can do that 12-part season with a few specials. Like, so there'll be for the year. I would like to do that. So that's what I would do. Sarah Sanders as showrunner again. More chance of Messiah. I've only got my website. Okay, new webpage. Uploaded it. Okay, fine. They're talking about web stuff. Sheen for 14. We love Sheen for 14. Bishop Bushy Beard, mad hair. I love that. I would love to do like what's his name? The guy from Evil of the Daleks, Max the Bull, whatever that. Oh man, I look forward to that. Evil of the Daleks is gonna be awesome. When's that come out? That comes out pretty soon. After tea we had pizza. It was nice, right? Oh, you see, you're lucky. You can have meat on your pizza. I cannot, as a Orthodox Jewish man. Pepperoni on common. Oh, you see. Okay, my go-to pizzas before I was religious, I had several. I had if I want to go for a seafood one, it'll be prawns. What was it? Prawns, onions, black olive. Prawns, onions, and black olives. That was one. And the other one will be pepperoni, bacon, spicy pork, sausage, onions, peppers, and black olives. And black olives. That was a good pizza, man. That was a good pizza. But anyway, thing of the past, maybe. Thing of the past. Oh, man. So, it's very hard to get a good a fake pepperoni. Just jumped. And I just nearly caught up, man. Fine. Okay, I'm within present. Yes. I'll do strawberry top. That'd be funny. That will be funny. But listen, I do think we're looking at President Harris shortly. It all depends what goes on with the news, I guess. Step 1, cancel the show. Well, I guess that's not bad. Oh well, cancel this one. Fire everybody. DS9 is the best. I think DS9 is the best written show and the best overall show in terms of an experience. I think the best Star Trek is still the original. Although I love the Vic Monaga ones and the other a lot of the other fan ones. Man, I miss Star Trek and I miss fan Star Trek. Oh, I really miss it so much. Love to see it. I can't wait till the Orville's back. By the way, is Clyden, what's his name's husband in the Orville, played by the same guy who played Tuvix? They look kind of similar, right? They look kind of similar. No hanky panky in the TARDIS, indeed. Says Ethan Buckheimer. Anybody else I missed? I think I caught up with everybody. Tzvi Lebetkin, check out my review of Doctor Who and the Daleks 1975. I have a 50-second animation too. Where is it? Send me the link. All right, please send me the link, and we will go. Everybody go check it out. Absolutely. Master Lies. No timeless shot. That is true. Fine. Let's look at some Doctor Who stuff. What are we going to look at? Let's just go to Radio Times. We'll start there. We'll start at Radio Times, and then we'll work up. We'll look at. Yes, go. I need a new window. I'll do Radio Times. Radio Times. Oh, there's a few things here I want to look at. Right. There we go. Share screen. Radio Times. Allow. You shall be allowed. What was it? Crown cast Dominic West as Prince Charles for season 5. Well, that's not bad. Interesting. First look at Oliver Coleman before the Sky drama landscapers. Oh, please, leave it alone. So fine, we've got a few articles here. Let's start with look at this. Okay. Firstly, look at the publicity stuff. It's like they were talking about. Can we even see this stupid thing? It's all about their treasure hunt that nobody gives a shit about, right? Hey, look at this. Look at this garbage. Oh, dog's barking. Okay. I mean, how do you know this is Doctor Who? This looks like a kids' TV show, right? And why is Yaz not smiling? Like, what the hell? Like, they should all be smiling or none of them be smiling. Is this the best one they had? I don't understand, right? I do not understand. Like, and I don't understand. There's just how, what? Yeah, okay, so this is Doctor Who now, by the way. Okay, yeah, but yeah, this is Doctor Who. I mean, here, let's look at Matt Smith. Matt Smith, Doctor Who season promo. Images. I mean, look, I mean, what? This? That's his first season. I mean, look at this. That. I mean, what was that? Brookside? Doctor Who! Look at Doctor Who being Doctor. Brookside. And like, what the hell? Look, this is cool. Like, this is all cool. And all their stuff isn't. Like, have Doctor Who look like Doctor Who. Let's have a look at Peter Capaldi. Look at that. They're doing, yeah, hands on hips, Doctor fucking Who. Oh, right, I want to see that. And that was a shit season. Look at that. It's exciting. Oh, God. The quality is shit. It's just shit. And let's be honest, it's just shit, right? Let's read this bullshit. By Hugh Fullerton. Ooh, I like new Doctor Who cast photo hides sneaky secret message. But what has any of this got to do with Yaz? Who gives a shit? The arrival of Doctor Who season 13 inches ever closer. And let me tell you, if Doctor Who season 13 was a penis, inches, it wouldn't get to 13. Okay, there wouldn't be any 13 inches. We're talking about 1.3. I'm saying, if Doctor Who season 13 was a penis, it would be a micro penis, right? An underused micro penis. We're full steam ahead on the publicity campaign for new episodes. No, you're fucking not. What? We're full steam ahead. This is you, full steam ahead. God, can I introduce you to John Nathan Turner? Yeah, that'd be nice. Bloody hell. They're full steam. No, you're not. Which means today, a nice new photo of the series newcomer John Bishop with co-stars Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill. Okay. Showing Whittaker and Bishop grinning by a graffiti wall. Gill looks slightly more intense beside them. It's a fun little shot of the new TARDIS trio debut as a threesome. There's going to be some scissoring in the TARDIS. Threesome this autumn. I wonder when this autumn is. Right? But like, oh, God. It's so boring. Look at it. Like, icky thump. I'm Doctor Who. What's Doctor Who about you? Nothing. I'm a chick. Really? I noticed. Honestly, I was fine with there being a female doctor. Yeah. Is there a woman there? I can't tell. But there's more to this than meets the eye. Oh, many fans, both of them, were quick to notice that some graffiti on the bottom left-hand image. Nobody fucking noticed. They just put it out. Nobody noticed. You know why nobody noticed? Because nobody gave a shit. What the hell? Oh, we were fans. Nobody noticed. Let me see your sock puppet account, you lying cunts. Bottom left of the full image resembles some sort of code, with the others soon realizing that it represented map coordinates. Okay. Yes, of course they did. Piss off. Follow those coordinates and it'll take you to a familiar location, the block of flats in Sheffield. Oh God, Sheffield. Yeah, Sheffield is, it was very interesting getting outside of London, right? But Sheffield's a bit dull, mate, right? I hate to tell you this. I was up to seeing the sights and sounds of Sheffield. It looks like there's a little hilly bit that overlooks a town and some streets, and the bestest police person ever, right? It's not. There's no London Eye, you know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they didn't Liverpool. They would have had some landmarks. There seems to be nothing there in Sheffield, right? I mean, if there is, because I don't know about Sheffield. Maybe there is something there in Sheffield. I just don't know about it because I don't know much about Sheffield. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know Sheffield, mate. But if that's it, all I've known about Sheffield is I've learned from you, and it's pretty boring, right? Here's what I know about Sheffield, which I've learned from Doctor Who. I don't want to go to Sheffield, right? That's what I've learned. That Sheffield looks like it sucks ass, right? So turn my camera back on. There you go. So let's see what they found in Sheffield. Followers going to do from the block of facts in Sheffield that stand in for Yaz's Mandip Girl's family home. Showed in multiple episodes of 3 of the sci-fi series. In fact, it's one of the few returning locations in Doctor Who in recent years, and easily identified by who gives a shit? Easily identified by the colourful paneling. Fuck me. Doctor Who's talking about the colourful paneling. The colourful paneling. Oh yeah, we love all that sci-fi fantasy adventure with colourful paneling. Oh God, give me more. I've just got a hold on now because I started thinking about colourful fucking paneling. Really? What I mean about some Daleks doing Dalek-y shit? No, listen to aluminum siding. Oh God, this is it. Look, this is how boring this new era of Doctor Who is. This is the exciting bit. God. I would say I want to shoot myself by boredom, but I'm just going to die of boredom anyway. Reading this, fine. Okay. We found them there. It's fascinating paneling. Fine. Lead to block of facts in Sheffield. It's just going to go blah, blah, blah. Oh, look, it's the colourful paneling. Oh, wow. That's so cool. All the colourful paneling. Oh, God. Jesus, dude. Okay, so what's the story here? What are the coordinates and why the destination? Well, some have theorized this just meant to demonstrate there were a photo taken. Others have their doubts, and this is things of war is anywhere near, that is anywhere near Jazz's block, while still others are still scratching their heads. Nobody gives a shit. No one's scratching their heads. None of these people are real. Nobody cares. This is boring. No one's looking up coordinates that you hidden. Oh, nobody cares. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, yeah, Mr. Sock Puppet account. Our theory is that you who posted this shit. There's some sort of message hidden in something to do with Yaz's home. Maybe this is a nudge to where the new series starts its story, or where the new TARDIS team first. Who gives a shit? Oh, is it still going? Man. Maybe suggesting that something notable, some piece of viral marketing could no, there's no marketing. No viral. It's boring shit that nobody cares about. That fans should keep an eye on going forward. Okay, yeses. Okay, fine, they're there. How much more? Okay, fine, and the last bit. Okay. And who somebody thinks the whole thing could be connected to the ongoing Find the Doctor viral marketing miss. Oh god. Let's look it up. Let's see how much traction this has. That's it? Wait. Find the Doctor. Oh wait, no, here. I was gonna look on the twats. If I click here, that should do it. Okay. Find the Doctor. Let's have it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, this is. Is there? Are there more than 7 people doing this? I don't think so. It was trending. I take it back. Let me see. Where's it trending? Let's have a look. If it's trending, I will rescind my what's the word I'm looking for? Star Wars Visions is trending. Okay, Lawrence Fox is trending. T'Challa's trending. Okay, what? No, it doesn't look like this is trending. I mean, if it was, it stopped. Okay, why is the Terminator trending? No more Terminator. Why are we building the Terminator? Okay, they built a Terminator? Oh, that's good. The Taliban have a bunch of these now. There you go. Yeah, this is what's going to be invading, America pretty soon because they're owned by the Taliban. They're just trying to put on like a groinal attachment so they can rape their victims as well. Otherwise it's not really warfare, is it, for them? Okay, this is weird. Fine, so this one. Fine, who gives a shit? Let's go back. Yeah, it's not trending anymore. Harry and Meghan. Oh god, piss off. What have they done now? Yeah, no, I don't see any thing trend. It's not trending. So have a look again. Find the Doctor. Look. Go back one. Under the limits of it. Oh, God. Taliban said it will guarantee women's rights under the limits of Islam following takeover of Afghanistan. Right. Oh, yeah, we trust them. Okay. Let's look at Eccleston. Icky bump. Lost Warrant. Okay, fine. Do I want to read the whole thing? For some reason, they got Annette Badlang and Nev McIntosh playing different people, right? And Nick Bruce playing Cybermen. I like the Cybermen design they did specifically for this. This is it's quite nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. I have to say, I do enjoy it. Actually, you know what? We got much more interesting to go through. I got somebody in one of my comments left me a ton of rumors. Let's read these out, right? Let's read these out. Yeah, I'll share this. Can I make these bigger? So I'm too old. Not even joking. Oh, that is better. Yeah, there you go. So these rooms are from Care Droya. Droya. Droya, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, I do apologize. If I'm certainly pronouncing your name incorrectly, I do apologize. Let's look at these. Share the screen. I am sharing the screen. New message. That looks like the right one. Oh, yeah, I keep everything as emails, right? It just makes life easier. All rumors must be taken with a large grain of salt, not due to unusually questionable nature of the leaks, but more due to the sporadic and frankly schizophrenic behavior of the BBC. That I believe, right? I think they are going backwards and forwards. I think that, yeah. and they're going to simultaneously make Doctor Who both popular and relevant again. Yeah, well, maybe try and make it what it is. Things become popular when they become what they are. A recent insider spoke on Series 13 being a slog because the scripts were being finished last minute, as late as the day of filming, making all involved very stressed. They reiterate that it looks good. It should do for the multi-million-pound BAFTA-winning BAFTA-winning CGI FX house. Which continuously serializes the story, which will match Torchwood Children of Earth levels or quality. Children of Earth was by far the best one. I doubt it's going to match those qualities like for was it? I doubt it's going to going to match them for the script, but yeah, probably for the look, yeah. Quality. He goes to say that Yas will become a fan favorite by the end. No, she won't. And Jodie gives the performance of a career. Well, it's a low bar. Okay. Jacob answers, but even if she does, it's too late, right? Even if she does, and quite frankly, looking at the publicity still, it doesn't look like she will. But even if she does, most people have switched off. And people like me who are fans of the show can't stand her. So we got a negative disposition towards her. So, like, I can't imagine what they would have to do to make us accept her at this point. All right? I can't, and like, without radically changing her outfit, it looks like they're just doing more of the same. Right? So I doubt that any performance will work. Jake Van plays a replacement character for Jack Harness, as of JB's bad press. So expecting a dangerous camp metrosexual time traveler and expect Saturday Master to return in the final. I do expect that. Conflicting reports make this information hard to pin down its authenticity, but it doesn't make the story less true, or at least it may have been true once before rewrites, cuts, or edits. That's a definite possibility, isn't it? However, the insider does seem evidently pleased with what they worked on, to the point they almost like it. They almost like it's heavily promoted by a biased informant planted there to spread BBC propaganda for the unaware journalists. Well, that sounds like what it is then, right? I can't imagine whatever this series is, the Storm, the Way, whatever. I can't imagine it's going to be any good. I mean, based on who's starring it, who's writing it, right? They're all garbage. What can I tell you? Like, they've never done anything that works. Yeah, I just doubt very much it's going to be very good at all. New potential doctors have been courted by the BBC, while some of them have been big-name stars, the likes of Idris Elba. Would I like Idris Elba as a doctor? Not really, no. I don't know how we want to play it, but he feels like a bad fit for the Doctor. Tilda Swinton, she could probably be very good, but I got a lot of respect for Tilda Swinton. I'm not sure about a female Doctor anymore, though, or a transy Doctor, which is what Tilda Swinton might be. Chris Marshall, forget it. And they found the scripts too basic, future ideas, too cringe-worthy, or in some cases, their agents were outright rejecting the overtures, considering the property has become a poison chalice. Yeah, I think for all their flag waving saying it's the bestest ever and everybody loves it, right? I think for all that flag waving, it's they know how bad it is, right? They know. But look, EastEnders, we live in a world where EastEnders gets under 2 million, right? EastEnders is on a nosedive. I wonder what happened to really destroy EastEnders. I got to look into that. I guess it's COVID, right? They never recovered. Was it? They found scripts too basic. Idris Elba was cast as Knuckles in the Sonic the movie. That I can see him more as, right? That totally I can see him more. Oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed, you can consider subscribing. That would be awfully nice. I would say extremely nice. Fine, let's keep going. Where are we? So people are saying no. The Ollie Alexander was a media diversion and the litmus test to see whether UK public were in such a progressive casting. Bizarrely, BBC didn't seem to be pushing the ahead with the Doctor Who movie, with this expecting cinemas inconsiderate of COVID and expecting former Doctors to appear. Most cameos or reviews are set for release in 2023. It's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever. Cut to it happening. Although an internal memo is supposed to exist reaffirming the next Doctor should be selected by the new showrunners. Okay. The current production has been fraught with so many competing ideas, proposals, and nightmares that it's turning into somewhat of a minefield. It's transpired that, frankly, save for a couple of episodes, wholly disappointing season 10 was rushed last minute as the BBC had lost their faith in Moffat when both he and Capaldi were struggling to accept the direction the BBC higher-ups were going in. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's why they both moved on. Right, because they wanted to go. They go in a direction where, if there was going to be a penis when it connected to the Doctor, it would have to be a female penis, right? They wouldn't go for a male penis. That would be a no-no. The Rex and the Highs don't want to go in, and Chibnall arrival was delayed until the following year because the commitments to broadshirts were still ongoing. BBC has since lost faith in Chibnall to ready the ship beyond 2022, especially his apparently reluctance to be rushed to do anything, and his still somewhat stubborn streak really angering certain controllers, publicity agents, brand managers, whatever officers. However, whom his replacement will be is another mile of inconsistencies. Now Kate Herron, director Lockyer, has been knocked out the running. Oh, thank God, I didn't know about that. There were still a couple of Booker's favourites in the race to see a race that come with some interesting caveats. One is Sally Wainwright, whose credits include Dr. Foster, Gentleman Jack, Last Tango in Halifax, and recent Obie Award winner. And the recent Obie Award winner is something that would be very tempting for a strong female writer to take over from the BBC. I guess it was somebody talented, I don't think I would complain. I wouldn't relax if I heard Sally Wainwright was taking over and be like, yeah, we're saved. I wouldn't be optimistic. I'd be like, let me see what she's doing first, right? I'll be like, show me what you got. One caveat is that might bear some fruit is the recent interest in BBC has made into the Lookout Studios, leading to speculate that moving production away from BBC Wales, a fresh start maybe, as Wainwright has worked for them before and has a special interest with the company. Two is Simon Allen. His credits are The Musketeers, BBC America's The Watch, a complete misshapen mess of Discworld series Dust Boot, both are sorts of BBC drama, and have either been woke and have either woke attitudes flowing through their works or require that they help prerequisite book film to help copy their work across. Let's be realistic. The BBC will endow a showrunner when they can find the right time, the right attitude, and the right serving agenda. No more, not the fans, no less. I'm not sure what's going on. Fine. There you go. There's some videos I'm planning on doing. My Saturday comics. Sure, I have to find guests for that. I have to go hunting tomorrow. Fine. The future production is where most interesting events seem to be happening regarding BBC activity. The few proposals that have been banded out, HBO advised to have a room full of long-term writers, producers, showrunners to help share the burden of creating the next series. This will help diversify the season progression. I like the idea of a duo showrunners. Moffat and Gatiss spring to mind with their run of Sherlock. Yeah, I could do with something new though, right? I think Moffat is basically done. Oh no, it depends. Oh, I'd love to see Capaldi back. Can help each other to share the loads of storylines, continue, blah, 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 blah. However, HBO's suggestion does smack of an old adage, too many cooks spoil the broth, and can lead to a lot of confusion as the Americanized person will need time to set up and adjust it. Speaking of Gatiss, he was apparently approached to jointly helm a return of Torchwood to rejuvenate the BBC and co-run it with Toby Whithouse. Toby Whithouse is the heir apparent for Doctor Who. Why he is not running it, I do not know. Right? It certainly should be him. Before questions like, will the new series be a remake on a continuation? What role, if any, does Rusty Davis have? Will it take place in Wales again? Could it be answered? John Barrymore's cancelled. Whithouse and Gatiss broke up, allegedly due to creative differences, while the BBC have now distanced themselves from the venture. Well, there you go. We don't know. Is the answer? Yeah, could be. Could be is the answer. Fine. What else are we going to look at? Let's kind of have a quick look at Big Finish. What time is it? Oh, I've been on for a while. Here we go. I want to read this press release on the Big Finish site. It will seem less annoying. Written by them. Let's see. Oh, there was a new Titan comic, I believe. One sec. Let's just do a Doctor Who Titan comics. Titan comics is. Are they announcing anything new? Count me in. Okay. No, series Doctor Who upcoming. There's nothing upcoming. Okay, where did I see this? Fine, let me stop sharing the screen. And then I'll go over to I'll go over there. I think somebody sent me a link. Let's have a look. Bombshell, DC and Webtoon are going to team up to make web comics for mobile platforms. How's that a bombshell? That does not sell Bombshell. Oh, here we go. Finally. Like, what is this comic? Yeah, let me just show this to you. Oh, this isn't anything new. One second, let me just share this. Share screen. Is this the right one? Yeah, we go. Right, here's a cover for Missy issue 3. Yeah. Yeah, who gives a crap? Bottom line, who gives a crap? So news. Fine. So so far I'm still like they're still worth buying. Okay, the first 2 box sets are worth it. The second one is, I feel, much less consequential than the first. Third one looks like it's going to be pretty good. I do like the Cyberman design. Join the hunt for warriors in 3 new Doctor Who Ninth Doctor events due for release in November 2021 from Big Finish Productions. Next box out for Chris Ackland, Ninth Doctor invites listeners to follow the TARDIS in the 1930s country mansion, the Scottish Highlands, and an iconic movie set where it runs into a very familiar face. Fine, so then he meets his Cybermen somewhere. Monsters of Metropolis. In Metropolis. Written by Liz Dorning. Okay. Curse of Lady Macbeth by Liz Early. Hopefully, The Hunting Season by James Kettle. Okay, I think there are 3 solid writers. Lizzie Hopley is the one I can never remember about. Right, I always look her up. Yeah, the one thing I heard of hers wasn't bad. Magical play the hero again. Blah 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 blah. Hugh Street reunited with Eccleston, said Barnaby Edwards. Blah 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 blah. 3 stories. Love the scripts. Yeah, the greatest ever. My nipples are hard. I'm so excited. Oh, Icky, lovely the scripts. Throughout the whole story, everything was joined by brilliantly Hunter season by Alec blah blah blah. Alec Benning as the Mrs. Goose, as a cook, Mrs. Goose. Don Gillette as from who's Don Gillette? It was in EastEnders. Hang on, who's Don Gillette? Okay, that's gonna bug me. Don Gillette, we'll just look him up. Oh, him. There you go. I quite liked him. Didn't he end up being a bad guy? I think he ended up being a bad guy. Yeah. Kathleen Mix stars Nathan McIntosh as the ruler Gruach. And the closing of the Monster Metropolis features Nick Briggs as the Sidemen and the set of Metropolis. Fine. I'm up for that. What's coming out this month? So these just came. So yeah, Killing Time was not a recommend. It was just didn't really work. After the Daleks, I heard the first episode. Oh, politics are bad, especially when we lose. These are worth it. These for $25 a piece. These two, I think this one's slightly better than this one. But yeah, they're both pretty solid Avenger. Was it 6-part stories? Not bad. Got this. I just got this today. I'll listen to it in the next few days. Then we got the Gods, the God of Phantoms. That's the Philip Hinchcliffe one, and that's it for this month. There you go. Bit of a light month over at Big Finish. Now let's have a look at this thumbnail. Is there anything that I missed? I didn't really look at the Mandip Gill story with her like looking up the like their treasure hunt, because who gives a shit? Really? Like at the bottom line, who gives a shit? Yeah, let's just have a look at the thumbnail. In your own time there. No rush or hurry. Oh, there you go. Now it came. So did I. By the way, you should know. This is quite a bit of work went into this, right? I think we will be seeing Chet Chibs again. I think when Chibnall, we're going to go over his article in a video. We're going to review that on Thursday, but I'm going to do a video of that. I think I'm going to do a brown version of the Chet Chibs, right? And have him in a toilet bowl with him saying, "Everyone just thinks I'm a piece of shit." So anyway, this is 3 young ladies make up the wonderful Yaz over here. I looked up a sexy Sherlock Holmes detective outfit and found this one reasonably sexy, but not enough cleavage showing. So then I went and looked up, what was it? Like large bra selection or what, I can't remember, and found something with just the right cleavage, right? And then airbrushed it in. I changed the body color to they were very, very white. Now they're a bit darker. And then I found Yaz's head, photoshopped it on, but then her head was like tilted, so I changed her hair to be straight over. I think that all worked out pretty darn well, if I do say so myself. Yay! I found the clue. Quite Mandip. The last thing we need is anyone to find out when Doctor Who's on and watch it. Then we're all going to. Oh, I didn't do the MCU story. Shang-Chi is going to be shit, and they all know it. It's not going to make any money. They've lost confidence in it. They're shitting themselves. That's the Shang-Chi story. I hope you enjoyed it. There's also going to be the story of the Eternals. If the apocalypse doesn't happen, will it pull it up out of the Death Spiral by Doctor Strange? That's their best hope, right? That is their best hope. Working at Photoshop, yes, I do. Yeah, but that's all I can think. That's the only hope for. So yeah, Room Patrol. The other rumor is that Suicide Squad did badly. It means that what's name will not be Harley Quinn anymore. It's a shame. She was very good in Suicide Squad. I liked Suicide Squad a lot. So yeah, not that happy about it. Fine, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch Happiness Patrol. That I may do a review of it tomorrow. We might look at Hugh Fullerton's picks for the next showrunner tomorrow. That would be fun. That would be fun. But I'm in the end broadcast, but I'm in it again. The Wizzy Will of Love.